So, good afternoon. We are here with another episode of E-commerce Expander Secrets. Today, we are joined with Tamara from Add2Ads. Tamara, thank you very much for coming on. How's your day going so far?
Thank you much for calling me. Day is actually here a little bit snowing in April, a little bit strange, but rather than that, everything else is amazing.
Oh, brilliant. Well, it makes a change to us. We've actually seen our first bit of sun in, I think, about 8 months over the last couple of days. So where are you based?
Yeah, we're based in Belgrade, Serbia.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, that is the snowy region, isn't it? So no surprises there. No surprises there. So yeah, as I said, once again, thank you very much for coming on. We're looking forward to chatting about everything Add2Ads to doing, the industry, etc. So let's kick things off with learning a little bit about yourself, Tamara, and how you actually got into the industry.
Yeah, so I actually started like around 6 or 5 years ago in digital marketing, starting from Google advertising, then Facebook and Instagram, of course. And then like around 3 and something years, I went to Amazon. So had experience there. And through that road, somehow I met the guys from TikTok in the agency I was working at. Then had a great connections, great experience and great knowledge that I got there. So love the TikTok, love the diversity, creativity that it gives you. And somehow, and one day it just clicked to me in my head. I decided to open something on my own. So it's Add2Ads actually. And I think that love for the digital marketing has actually started fully with Amazon somehow. But as I said, TikTok gave the creativity there and more diversity as a platform. So love it and can be more happy to be part of that journey now.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, over the last few years, I think TikTok's seen such a huge amount of growth, hasn't it? And the flexibility on there, whether it's the shop, the videos, etc., the influencers. There's so many turning cogs to that. So I guess adding your Amazon experience into this new marketplace now, this new software, it's really exciting for yourself, I bet.
So sure. Yeah.
So yeah, you work for Add2Ads. Can you tell us like a bit more about like the service offering for e-commerce sellers that you guys offer?
Yeah, sure. So Add2Ads is actually fully focused agency on TikTok. With that being said, we have, full circle of TikTok services, starting with social media management that covers, strategy, some scenarios for the filming the videos, posting them, edit them, of course, and community management. And along with that, our second service would be advertising on TikTok, which is, I think, the most important thing that we are talking today, and that can help to all the e-commerce brands. And with that, to fulfill the circle is UGC and influencer scouting, for different kinds of brands on TikTok. And with that, I think our advantage of filming the TikTok videos and being present there is that you can also use the videos for Instagram Reels as well. So I think it's most of all like covering a little bit of, Instagram. So those are our main 3 services.
So it saves you time, I guess, as maybe a content creator or someone who's big on the social. You create a TikTok and then you can easily transfer it onto Instagram Reels. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes, correct. So when we actually, for example, create the video for, some brand, we send them, like edited raw without the watermark of TikTok, so they can use it for the Instagram Reels if it fits, to brand. So
yeah, nice. Because sometimes you do see that, don't you? You see an Instagram Reel and it's got like the TikTok tag and then the account at the bottom. So you're working the magic and getting rid of that. And just on a small tangent here, the brands that you're working with, Tamara, are they category specific? Like, you have more focus on maybe like cosmetic goods or electronic goods? Is there anywhere that you've got like a forte in, or do you work with anyone and everyone?
Yeah, as me personally, and whole team has experience in wide, categories. We can cover basically whatever, it's on the table from the brands. So we had experience, of course, with the beauty industry, some like kids, toys, education, some services, for example, some, I don't know, gaming industry as well. So it's, a lot of different categories that we can work with. Basically, it doesn't matter if you're actually selling some product or some service. You can be present on TikTok, but as we are here now talking for, e-commerce brands, that's like 90% of advertisement actually on TikTok.
Brilliant. That's fantastic. So obviously, as mentioned earlier, we know TikTok is a growing platform whereby it's adapted in the way which users like interact with it. It can now be used as you mentioned, as a fantastic marketing tool for brands and like an online shopping experience for members. Could you talk us through the ways in which e-commerce sellers should be like utilizing the platform to increase their brand awareness and their sales and revenue as well?
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's my, let's say, favorite question and explanation. So, yeah, it depends of, what brand wants, of course, and what are the goals for brand to be present on TikTok or not. The cool thing about advertising on TikTok is that you don't have to be actually present on TikTok. Like, you don't need to have profile. But our recommendation is, to start healthy and to start from, zero, building organic profile on TikTok to learn what TikTok is, how it looks, what you need to be present on TikTok, like how to create the videos, following the trends, how everything looks on the platform. So first step is to create, organic profile. Then when you know how that everything looks, what does it offer, and everything, then you can jump into the advertising on TikTok. Of course, as I said, you don't need to, but the recommendation is always that because you will know better to what you are jumping in. So with advertising, it gives you, a lot of different things to do actually on TikTok. You have different kinds of campaigns and different approaches comparing to, for example, I don't know, Google or Meta or similar platforms, because, for example, you can advertise posts from the influencers, not just like to boost posts, but to use their posts to, advertise your product.
Yeah.
And another thing are cool that you can add to some, videos, some add-ons like countdown buttons, or to ask some questions where you can actually, have some data about the users that likes your products. And you can also have some, extra display cards on, or even shopping ads, because, recently TikTok has shopping on itself.
Yeah.
So a lot of different things gathered, at one place. They actually took from, Google, Meta, and a lot of different things, but managed it to be, personal for TikTok as a video platform.
Yeah.
So second step is, advertising. And of course, to add some, spice it on it, it's influencers, of course, that will give you, organic advantage for commercial, and you can use it for the advertising. And I think it's great to try everything out, especially like in the first 3 months, try everything, see what's a good fit for you as a brand. Like, can you do the videos for organic posts? Can you actually continue with the advertising? Is it profitable for you? Does your brand fits good for the TikTok, of course? And did you find a good influencers? Of course, with that all being said, we can help with all of that and let you actually know if you're a good fit or not. I mean, I still didn't run into some brand that was not a good fit, but yeah.
I suppose, it's, as you say, it's probably reasonably similar in terms of like the Amazon strategy. Initially, when you're starting off, you've got to try different things, haven't you? See what works and see what doesn't work in terms of the advertising and the marketing side of the business. And it sounds like you're replicating that with TikTok as well.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's similar, but once again, like totally different, because it works totally different than Amazon. But what was easier for us is that we have experience in Amazon, so we know how to, manage those two things together.
Yeah.
And one of the difficult things about it is like trying to find the best way how to actually, you know, track what happens on Amazon, because, you know, Amazon doesn't allow you fully to see what's going on. I mean, you always create the attribution link, but it doesn't allow you 100% to see what's going on there.
Yeah.
So you need to have experience in Amazon in order to track actually what's going on TikTok. As an agency or as, you know, account manager for some brand, I think it's important, or at least to have some support on that way, because it's still tricky to follow what's going on Amazon. On other hand, like if you're an e-commerce brand that has website with just a pixel added on, you can easily follow what's going on. So totally different approaches, but extra, you know, points are if you have experience in Amazon, for sure.
Lovely. So how does that's great explanation in terms of like what's the difference between obviously TikTok and Amazon. But how would you say TikTok differs from like other social platforms for e-commerce sellers?
Yeah, so totally different approach is actually that you cannot actually have, not like that you don't want, but you cannot have, you know, typical commercials on TikTok. So any commercial that works on Amazon, on YouTube, on, you know, Google or Facebook, Instagram, doesn't work on TikTok. Yeah. Totally different approach. When I'm saying that, I actually mean that you cannot like have, you know, fully seen videos, like, you know, actors, professional cameras and such a things. You just need to have your phone to film the video from the user, you know, point of view, and that's how you will represent it and sell it to the users on TikTok. So that's the main difference. I mean, and the cool thing about TikTok, because nowadays users on other social media platforms are, let's say, some kind of tired of typical commercials and want to see how you actually use the product, you know, how can benefit you as a user, and you want to see that, you know, on the video. So that sells on TikTok, and that's the main difference.
Okay, fantastic. That's just helpful. So what would you say your top tips for creating a community feel on TikTok would be?
Yeah, so of course, to post as much as you can. It maybe sounds like you know, easy, but it's not at all, because it's the videos that you need to, you know, produce, edit, and post. But you need to be present as much as you can. You need to have, you know, people talking about you, even if it's influencers or just some, you know, satisfied customers that have used your product to show off on TikTok. So you need to be present there more and more frequently. Like algorithm was working, like, let's say last year or year before, like more easily than it's today. People were posting one video and it can go easily viral, but nowadays it's not that much easy. So you need to post, let's say for the beginning, at least 1 or 2 times a day, and then maybe to you know, have more and more content to be present there and to increase, you know, organic reach, of course.
Yeah. So would you say then it needs to, would you say it's quantity over quality, or does it need to have this like fine balance of where it's still got to be of a certain level of quality, but then you need to have maybe like consistency with the amount you're posting, etc.?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's everything about the balance, you know, find the perfect balance that will fit you. But as I said, you don't need to have like a, you know, great content, always posting it, but don't, another way, don't post some rubbish, you know. So if you cannot produce quality content, you know, not to be perfect, you know, like make up and everything, yeah, but to be quality as it can be. So if you cannot, then it's better to post then like maybe 3 times a week. It's still better than to post something, you know, that will not look good for your brand.
Yeah, exactly. And what advice would you give to sellers when using TikTok ads?
Oh, difficult question. I mean, yeah, like it depends. Of course, it depends on you know, different factors. But the main tip is, before everything, before even the influencers or advertising or being present, you know, on TikTok, you need to understand TikTok. You need to understand the platform itself to be able to do advertising. So I mean, in the beginning, like let's say 2-3 years ago, when TikTok started with everything, I had like some clients from Amazon wanting to push 100% videos from Amazon to TikTok, but it doesn't work, you know? So you need to understand TikTok as a platform to advertise there and to have actually successful campaigns, because like minimum percentage is 50% of successful campaign your video. So if you don't have a good video, when I say good, it doesn't, you know, refer to quality, but to be like following trendy sounds or create how to or point out some benefits of your brand, you know, to be TikTok. So you need to have different kinds of videos, put it in your advertising and see what is going to work with you, like for your brand, and to push in that side, you know. So first of all, to understand TikTok, then to try out different things, different approaches on TikTok, and then you will see, you know, some progress in your campaigns for sure.
Yeah, and then as you say, it's probably just about running with that success that you've had and doubling down, etc. So influencer marketing is obviously a great way of gaining organic growth. Do you have any recommendations for obviously finding the ideal influencer for your brand? I mean, I know you guys work with a list. So is that generally how you would recommend someone to find their ideal influencer?
Yeah, so there is no like a right formula how to find the right influencer for you. But of course, I mean, to find an influencer that is maybe more focused on your niche, like to be able to produce good video of your product so they can understand it good, you know. My recommendation is not to go to followers that have like 1 million to 5 million, because they have tried different kinds of, you know, sponsor posts and products, and maybe they do not have that much trust from the user as some follower with a little bit less of the, you know, followers.
Yeah.
Influencer that has a number of followers. So as you know, as you try to reach some good influencers, you need to pay attention to the category, like how does that influencer looks like in their videos, how they present maybe some other brands, or if they have, of course, some, you know, good numbers of interaction with the users, their followers, like if they're, you know, liking, commenting, and such a thing. So overall, with the influencers that are, you know, something in the middle with the followers, that have still trust of all of their followers, actually.
Yeah, I completely understand what you mean there, because if you've got someone who's got, yeah, as you say, maybe 5 million followers, and 1 minute they're posting a makeup, next they're posting a gadget, next they're posting something else, there they might not have that kind of that really niche and that trusted following of people who are following for them reason. Like if someone has a smaller account could have 500,000 people and they're all interested in makeup, and they know when this person posts a makeup or an eyeliner, something like that, then they know it's going to be something that they respect and they trust in that instance. So I think you make a great point there. I imagine lots of people get lost with the initial number of the followers and something like that, and then so often you'll probably find the conversion might be lower in that sense, I guess. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes, you're correct fully. So one thing I wanted to mention also, like when brands are looking for influencers, it can be shocking to some of them, like the prices for the videos. So in order to be like profitable, when, you know, when we are talking about the influencers, and you're going to send the product to them like freely, of course, and they will charge you for the video. Like it can be per video or monthly, you know. So you need to find someone that will be good for your budget too, but still, you know, quality is important. So the medium is some good, you know, fair range there.
And I imagine when you're having these conversations with these influencers, as an example, if I was a brand who was looking to start utilizing an influencer, do these influencers or yourself as the agency, do you have kind of like facts and figures on previous studies, etc., to show the seller, okay, they've got a track record of selling X amount of this type of product? Is that kind of information available? Is it to the seller who's looking to utilize their service?
Yeah, so for some of the categories, we do have, some data, for some not. But of course, I mean, we have for sure some data, but not like a full data, as you said, like which and what products and how many they have sold, but we have for some. And for some, just, information about their, community interaction, engagement with the users, that are actually valuable information to the brand, like to see if the post is going to get actually some reach or not. So we are actually trying to have, quality influencers and the ones that will produce something good for our clients, for sure.
Fantastic. That's brilliant. So yeah, you guys know where to go. If you need an influencer, reach out to Tamara. So what's next for Add2Ads? What's in the goal for 23 and beyond?
Yeah, like our first goal actually for this year was to have some successful, case study with the client going live on TikTok. And I surprised myself and the agency and the team when we actually reached that already, like in Q1. So we are proud to say we already, thank you very much. We have like a case study live on TikTok for business with one of our, Amazon clients, Marbotic. So you can check it out for sure. And other goals for me were like, for the end of the year, but I think we will reach them, before. We are trying to be, step ahead of before other agencies, find some solutions and innovations. So we have some things in mind, and I will make sure to let you know what's going on and what's going to be new on TikTok for us to be able to launch it, in the first place. So that's like the goal, to be, first in this industry and
step ahead of the game.
Yes, because I mean, when we were thinking what we want to have and to offer to our clients was actually something that not a lot of agencies can give you. So we managed to do that, and we have, team to do it, to have like at one place, full circle, everything for TikTok. Because I noticed like years ago with the agency I was working with that you have to find like in one agency, social media and other advertising and third influencers and I don't know, more things maybe to come. So I gathered the team who can do it at all, and we managed to do it all in one place. And I think that's like a biggest advantage that we have, all in one place. And of course, we're TikTok, advertising partners. So that's like a plus. But as I said, can't wait to see what future will, bring to Add2Ads, as we already filled some, checks for 2023. So
you need to make your goals bigger, Tamara. I think for next time. Oh no, that's fantastic. So yeah, that just about wraps up another episode of e-commerce expander secrets. Tamara, thank you very much for coming on today. It's been so insightful. I mean, I've learned so much in the 25 minutes we've been talking. I'm sure everyone listening will feel you've added the same value and even more, I'm sure. Make sure you're checking out Add2Ads. If you're looking at starting and selling on TikTok, it's a massive opportunity. As I said, they've just launched their storefront, their shop, which is all internal. So Tamara will be able to give you assist on that. Any last words, Tamara, for any e-commerce sellers out there? Or
yeah, I just wanted to firstly say thank you, for inviting me to be today here, and wanted to say to all of your, listeners and viewers that are going to reach to us, we will give, a free audit and, for TikTok. So if you would like to work on TikTok, we are willing to give you a free audit as a, partnered with the global e-commerce experts.
There you go, guys. Everyone loves a freebie, so make sure you reach out to Tamara and the team, and I'm sure they will look after all your TikTok requirements. So that's it, the end of another episode. I want to say thanks to everyone who's tuned and listened in. We'll be seeing you soon for more Expander Secrets. Thank you and goodbye.